Okay, we'll move into our consent agenda, Council, and at this point, we'll enter citizens' communication on consent items, folks. I was alerted to some emails that were circulated earlier today about Clash of the Titans. This is not the day at Council where we have citizens forum, which we do twice a month. And some of you I know are here on a regular basis and know that. So we're not taking testimony tonight on anything but consent items. I have 4 cards of folks wishing to speak to us. And if you want to speak to us on a consent item, that's fine. But as soon as you attempt to leave the consent agenda, I'll ask you politely to stop. And if you don't stop, then I won't be so polite. We'll end the meeting until we clear you from the microphone. Okay? If you would like to speak to us on items other than the consent agenda, you'll be able to do that next week at the Citizens Forum. All right? First card I have is Larry Patella. Good evening, Mr. Patella.
I'm not sure how the system works, so. Good evening, Mr. Mayor. My name's Larry Patella. I'm a citizen of Vancouver. And good evening, council members, distinguished Vancouver citizens and voters. This is my first council appearance at your new city hall. You know, where have I been, you might ask? Some time ago in an email conversation with His Honor, I was asked why I was not attending council meetings anymore. And my response was that it was probably a waste of my time and his time, because I thought, and it still is my opinion, that some council members' minds were already made up before I spoke. But a couple things caught my eye, and I think I would like to get back involved. One of the things in this item number 1 of this consent agenda is I'd like someone to explain to me, in this time of tight money and excessive taxes, why does it cost $155 or $160 an hour for a person to be a hearing officer? That it doesn't seems a little excessive to me. I have a quite important job as an executive director of a nonprofit organization, and I manage some 4,500 members, and I don't even come close to making that kind of money. So I'm curious as to why that kind of money is being spent on hearing officers. So that is my question, and so I'd like an answer to that, and I agree with you, Mr. Mayor. Now is not the time to talk about the light rail issue, but we need to get into some deep conversation on that, because it's a very near and dear thing to me, and I think to the people.
Okay. Thank you, Mr. Patella. Certainly welcome you back next week to speak to us at the Citizens Forum. Good to see you. It's been a while.
Yeah, good to be back.
Debbie Peterson. Thank you.
My name is Debbie Peterson. I'm here representing the sponsors on the petition, and thank you for letting me speak tonight. Any agenda item, any agenda item that we have tonight on the consent agenda has to do with spending money, and at this point in time, the city does not have the money to spend on light rail, and I would like to ask the city to please do the right thing and put the petition on the ballot in November.
Thank you, Ms. Peterson.
I appreciate your time on this. I also would like to mention that Ms. Boyd talked today about city involvement, which I know you appreciate.
Thank you.
And so the biggest city involvement we had was our vote last November, where
Please, Ms.
in
Peterson.
this city, we had
rules.
66% who voted against the light rail. Thank you so much for your time. I appreciate that, Mayor.
Ralph Peabody.
I'll wait till next week.
Very good. Thank you very much, Mr. Pilati. Okay, go ahead and close citizens' comments on the consent agenda.